Hello everyone, hope this is all working because I don't want to do this video twice. Yeah, sorry for the lazy week. I've been spending time with my girlfriend. She had 2 days off work, so we made the most of it. Today I've been spending the past 2 hours optimizing my computer, and that took a while. But the computer now works so good that I feel like I'm ice skating. That's how quick my computer is right now. If you guys are more interested in that, let me know. I will explain. Most of you probably already do this though. It's called AVG. Actually, you might not know because... Oh, actually, no, you might. I don't think it's just an Aussie thing. AVG, they're a company where that's what they do. They optimize and protect your computer, updating your drivers, deleting junk on your computer you don't need, to increase everything in your computer. In fact, yeah. So it does cost money. I mean, you can do it for free, but eventually you only get it for free for 30 days, and all the cool shit gets then taken away. So you'd be silly not to spend it's like $30 a year. You're silly not to do that to your computer, especially for making music. But if you want to know more about that, just let me know and I'll do that. Now, today's video, a subscriber commented on my video asking me to do this. How to structure a dubstep song. That's a very good question. I learned this from Infinite himself. He's actually got a video on this. The video is like 7 years old, so I mean you could still go watch it, but I mean I started making music 2 years ago, so back then, you know, that was the best I could find, and it was great. I mean, I learned from him. So I've made just a couple of things just to make things, you know, to save a bit of time. So hold on guys, hold on, sorry. Okay, cool. So let's just say now you got yourself drums, you got yourself a chord progression and a lead. You don't know what to do next. So let's just say I'm starting with this. Now, I've said in a video before that music works in fours. This is how it is. Don't argue with it. Don't try to change it. I know I am all about being different and doing music differently and standing out from the crowd, but the one thing that I'm going to say to just keep it how it is the musical bars, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. It literally will not make sense. People who listen to music a lot, so probably all of you guys watching these videos and myself, it's so implanted in our heads that we subconsciously already know the 4 beats in a bar. We already know when things are going to drop. We know how long melodies are going to be. We know how long the intro is going to be, all that stuff when we're listening to music, because in our head we're actually, without knowing, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So why is it 4? I don't know. I could look it up and explain it. Why is music always in 4? I mean, beats of 8. Yeah, look, it's a whole nother lesson in itself. Not even my teachers at school explained to me why. They just said it's just how it is. It's just music works in 4s. So for DJs, it's how you DJ. You count. It's how you beat match music together. You count the beats in a bar. To count the beats in a bar, if you don't know, you turn the metronome on. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You count every tick of the metronome. So each line is a beat. So the first is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get to here. This here is one whole bar. Okay, don't get confused. So it was actually confusing for me when I first started making music in FL, because I didn't understand that on the 2 was the end of the first bar. I thought that once you got to, like, you know, here kind of thing, this is like one, like, yeah, I can't explain it, but like I found it really confusing. So your bar starts at the end of the number. So once all this is one bar, once you get to here, this is the start of the second bar. It's labeled for you. Now, so let's just say you have yourself a chord progression, okay? And to help you label things, it helps everyone does it. You have to be organized. How to do that? A shortcut. You just highlight where you want to label, hold Alt, and then click T. So Alt T brings up the marker. What's it called? I don't know what that's called. Is the marker heading, and you can just type into it intro. You know, be organized. Use capital letters, proper punctuation. Keep it nice and organized. So intro. There you go. So this is how perfect way to start. So let's just say you want to go, you know, you got your chord progression. You could even then do that for 8 bars. 8 bar is a perfect intro. People can do it for 4, whatever, 12, 16. 8 bars is good if you're new and finding trouble what to do. So we'll go 8 bars for an intro. Then what I typically like to do is, you can call these whatever you want, verse, melodies, breakdowns. So once again, Alt T, I typically like to call this the melody, because then, just say for example, I'll have the same progression kind of thing, but then I'll bring in a lead or a pluck or a, you know what I mean? So let's just say, and this is not mixed, so please don't this is not a mixing tutorial, it's a song structure tutorial. So 8 bars intro, then we've got melody, 4 bars, and typically what I like to do is I'll bring in the drums, and what I like to do is I'll just go, okay, so Alt T, and then I'll go melody, but with drums. You can name these however you want to help you make your workflow better. And then I'll once again repeat these, but this is not sidechain and stuff, so it's going to sound horrible, but so once again, let's go over this. Intro, 8 bars met, so 8 bars. Don't forget, this intro can be 4 bars, it can be 12 bars, but if you're stuck, just follow along with this. So we'll go 8 bars, you've got your intro. So the end of the 8, that's 8. Then you come into melody, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, melody with drums, 1, 2, 3, 4. And typically what I like to do is I'll go breakdown. So once again, breakdown. And the breakdown can be, you know, just this thing on its own. And then I'll go build up. I like to have my breakdowns and build up separate, or you can just call this build up, and this can go for, you know, 16 bars or whatever. But I like to separate them. So once again, build up. Okay, cool. And then your build up would be, you know, hold on, give me this. Build ups are nice for 8 bars, because 4 bars are usually too quick. 8 bars gives that nice build up feeling, like, okay, it's about to come. 16 bars, that's a bit long, but I've heard songs with 16 bar build ups. So let's just say, you know, we'll go 8 bars. And then we'll go drop. I like to label these to drop 1A, and I'll explain that in a second. So let's just say you have this coming again. One, 2, 3, 4. See, there you go. So one more time, you have intro, 8 bars, melody, 4 bars, melody with drums, 4 bars again. So it's a total of an 8 bar melody, 4 bar breakdown, build up of 8 bars. So after you break down, okay, cool. So your drop. Now your drop. This is what makes sort of an artist, in like, a lot of the times your structure can make you stand out from everyone else. At the moment, I'll admit I have stolen Royal Disco's song structure. They have a really, really, really good song structure. So how his his spaghetti structure works is he has a drop of, he goes, so let's just say this is a drop. He goes 8 bar drop, then he'll go a 2 bar, then he'll have a 2 bar like fill, so like that'll be a synth, like he'll bring the synth back in, so it's a total of 10 bars, okay? And then he'll do that again, so he'll go again another 8 bar, and then 2 bars again. And this is typically very similar. He probably won't change anything at all here, but then this is where he changes it. Then he goes bang, then he'll go drop 1 B, okay? And this is where the variation comes. This is the part of the drop where people go, oh, because most of the time nothing interesting at all happens. It's just there's a slight variation from the first part that it makes you go, oh, this is sick. Like, it's a very, very simple trick. And then same thing, bang, and then you come back down to your breakdown. So do you guys understand what's going on right now? Yeah. So it will be a total of a 40 bar drop. That is a great, that's a great drop size, 40 bar. That's about more than a minute. Infinite does 42 bar drops at the BPM of 140. Don't forget, including your BPM. This is a 150 BPM, which is a new standard dubstep BPM. At 140, it's obviously going to seem longer because the time's going slower. So for example, in drum and bass, like at 174, you could have double this, because since it's going so quick, you've got to make the drop longer. So that's your drop. You make your drop 40 bars, okay? Good starting point. Then your breakdown. Again, you know, you can go 4 bars. And typically you can either just go breakdown straight back into the second build up, or you can bring the melody back in. It's up to you. But for the video's sake, we'll just go, yeah, what the hell's going on right now? This is not sneaky bastard. Alright, so we'll go again, build up, and have you build up once again, 8 bars. It doesn't have to be the same. You can make the second build up 16 bars or whatever, but people tend these days to like to keep things the same because their OCD brains will then just trigger. But it's up to you. I mean, like I told you, I once made a song where it wasn't the same, it was all crazy, but people fucking, some dude didn't like it. And then we go build up. Drop to A. And then the same thing. Drop to A. Drop to B. Drop to B. Oh, my phone's ringing. Hold up. Huh. I've got no idea who that is. Alt-T. Outro. And this can be, you know, 4 bars. and then a coda, which is the end of your song. Coda means end. And guys, there you have it. So I'll just leave that up so you can have it. Okay, hold on. What can I do here to hold on? Can I maybe okay, so do you guys understand intro 8? Okay, I'll write it here and leave it up for a bit so you can pause it and then write that down. So, intro 8 bars. Then you go melody 4 bars. Then go melody with drums 4 bars. Then you go breakdown 4 bars, build up 8 bars. So I'll leave this up. Oh, hold on. Build up, then drop 1A 20 bars. Drop 1B 20 bars. Then go breakdown 4 bars. Build up 8 bars. Drop 2A 20 bars. Drop 2B 20 bars. Outro 4 bars. There you guys have it. If you're having troubles, please write this down and use this, and this will help you. I'll leave this up for a second. So yeah, pause the video or whatever. Okay, and there you have it, guys. So very simple. Keep it in 4s, and eventually you'll go doing your own thing and coming up with your own structure. Listen to your favorite songs and you just count the bars, and then you'll be able to sort of tell. But yeah, this is very typical dubstep song structure. So hope this helps to that dude who commented.
Voy a estar shopping.